Hello again, racing fans. It's Thursday after the Kentucky Derby. Yesterday's races at Belmont, a lot of them were rained off the turf, resulting in a lot of scratches and just kind of messed up all of our picks. We have 120,000 plus carryover today in the pick six at Belmont. We got some grass races that we're hoping will stay on the grass. So here we go with today's card. The first race is a New York bred allowance, other than allowance on the grass at 1 mile and 1/16. These New York bred races are tough because it's restricted to just horses bred in the state of New York. My top pick here is number 1, Good Time Boy. Rick Dutrow claimed this horse last time out off of a good close second for 25,000 open claimers. Now goes to state bred allowance. It's a positive move for him. He'll be my top pick. Number 2, Cape Top Ridge will be my second choice. This horse was claimed in February for a low price of $10,000. Bruce Brown immediately steps him up into state bred allowance. He runs a closing 6th, only beaten 4 lengths. His first time on the grass. Think he should improve. He could be a live long shot. Mirage stays with him. My third choice in here is number 7, Heading to the City. Contessa claimed this horse last time for 16. He's one of 2 in here that has 2 wins on turf. Always a positive. He gets Ramon Dominguez. So in here for me, it's 1, 2, and 7. And that's if we stay on the grass, obviously. Race 2 starts the early pick 4. It's a 6 furlong race for 30,000 beaten claimers. My top choice in here is number 2, Emily All-Star. Again, we got Dutrow off the claim. He claimed this horse for 30. He's running him right back for 30. In her 2 races at Belmont, she was second in both of them, showing that she at least likes the racetrack. My second choice, number 3, Downtown Joey. Claimed for 35,000 off Rick Violet, 2 back. Came back and run second in a little bit tougher race. Its one lone start at Belmont was very bad, but that was back in June of last year, so I'll give him another chance with the new trainer. And I also like number 5, Mess and Address. David Jacobson ran second last time at this level. Downtown Joey beat him 2 back. But I believe this horse has got a chance to improve. It gets Castellano as a jock. Race number 3 is a maiden special weight at 1 mile and 1/8 on the grass. My top choice in here is going to be number 1A. Sugar McGay, he's got 3 in here. 2 scheduled for the grass, 1 scheduled for main track only. I like the 1A Abaco. This is a Giants Causeway filly that was 3rd in her comeback race at Gulfstream in a good effort. If she improves at all off that, she should be very tough in here. She's my single in there. Also like number 2, Prissy Chad Brown. This is a filly that ran at Keeneland on the grass. Broke slowly, come running late, gets Ramon Dominguez. My third choice is going to be number 3, This is Sparta. Jimmy Jerkins puts the blinkers on this filly. She was second in her last start. In her 2 turf races, both were good. So for me, 1A, 2, and 3. Now this 4th race begins this pick 6. And I've put a little ticket together, but this is a great example of where you get 3 or 4 guys together, put $25 a piece in, then you have $100 that you can spread out. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to the end of this. Race 4 is a state bred, New York state bred, non-winners of 2 other than, optional $25,000 claimers. Now the big favorite in here is going to be number 4, Sacred Success for Rick Dutrow. This filly is 2 for 4 with 2 seconds. She both of her wins came against state breds. She ventured out into open company and ran a very creditable second. She's, excuse me, 4-5 on the morning line, which, she's going to be heavily bet. But if we can beat her, then you've separated yourself into pick six. And the horse I think has got a shot to beat her is number 1, Dynavision. This is a Bruce Levine trained filly. It's coming off a big win at Aqueduct. She's also 2 for 4. You got 7-2. Even though it's not a lot of price, if you're beating a 4-5, which is probably going to be less than 4-5, then you've separated yourself some. I would use them both. I also like number 6, Easy Ending in here for Rudy Rodriguez. Horse has also got 2 wins. 2 back at 1 handily. Then the next time was a good second, and only its second start off the layoff. But at pick 6 reasons, I'll go 1-4. Pick 4, I might use the 6 also. Race number 5 is a other than allowance at a mile and a 16th. I'm going to single in a pick 6 here, and it's going to be number 2, Easy Effort. And this was a colt that debuted for Todd Pletcher down in Gulfstream. Had 1 start in Santa Anita and was a good second. Switched trainers. Todd had it on Florida Derby Day, and this horse just dominated. Won by 8. Could have been more. It was extremely easy. It was very impressive. He's trained well since. I look for him to move forward here, and the stretch out surely shouldn't hurt him. My second choice in here would be number 1, E.H. Indy for Angel Penna. Angel's had kind of a tough start to the 2012, but I promise you he'll turn it around. He's a good guy. This horse is running some good races and run against some good horses. If the 1-2 drops down at all, I would say the 1 would be the one that would do it. The only other one I might use in here is number 6, Cosmic King. Dale Romans, Julian Leperoux. 4th in its last start at this level. Has a win at Belmont Park in its only start. But for me, the 2 is going to be the single in the pick 6. 2, 1, and 6 in race 5. Race number 6 is a other than 35,000 optional claimer allowance race at a mile and an 1/8 on grass. Once again, being on the turf is extremely important here. My top choice is number 5, Imagining. Shug McGahee again. This horse returns off of a layoff from November. Was second in the Hollywood Derby at grade 1 in that race. Has been laid up since. Has been working well. Went to Keeneland. Did not find the race that they liked there. Waited for Belmont. Johnny V gets on this horse. If he's ready to run, they got him to beat. If he's not ready to run, I also like number 2, Fazano. This is a New York bred with 3 wins. Steps into open company. Jimmy Bond, friends of mine, good friends of mine. Also been coming off of a layoff, hadn't run since October, been training well. It's a step for New York breds to step into open company, but at least it has 3 wins. My other one would be number 11, Westside Corral. Again, a New York bred with 3 wins. Christophe Clement ended the season last year with a win. Was a neck loser to the 2-horse Fazano before that. It's been training well down in Florida. Christophe Clement brings him in here. But for me, the 5 would be the horse to beat. 2 and 11 would be ones I would use with it. And that also starts the late pick 4. Race number 7, also on the grass at a mile and a 16th. It's a starter allowance for horses that have run for 65,000 or less, or you can enter a horse in here for the claiming tag of 65,000. Another single in here for me. My single is going to be number 5, Selection Sunday. Alan Goldberg. This horse has had 2 starts. Broke its maiden for 65. Came back this year and ran in this particular company and was beaten just a neck. Probably needed that race. Dominguez gets back on it. They got him to beat. My other choices in here would be number 4, Rover, John Terranova. Comes out of the same race as Selection Sunday. Was also coming off a layoff. Ran a creditable 6th, beating only 2 lengths. The other horse I would consider in here is number 7, Situational Ethics. Also comes out of the same race. Was 4th, beating a length and a quarter in that race. All these horses have a chance to improve. But to me, they have to beat the 5. He would be my single in the pick 6. Race number 8 is the 6 furlong Diablo Stakes, overnight stake for sprinters. I'm going to use 2 in here, pick 6 wise. Number 4, Traveling Man, Todd Pletcher. He ended last year with 3 pretty subpar races. Gave him some time off. He's come back this year and won both of his starts, including the Sir Shackleton in his last. He is getting a little weight added on, but he's a quality sprinter. Todd, I know, has got him right, and this horse will be tough. The only other one I would think you could use in here would be number 6, Jersey Town, who was 2nd in that Sir Shackleton race, and that was his first start off the layoff. He can only get better. He had a big year in 2010. 2011 was just so-so, but he did keep top company. The only other one possibly you could use in here for me would be number 2, Capasi for Karen McLaughlin. Is also undefeated in 2012 in 2 starts. A little bit of a step up for him, but hey, you can never count out Karen McLaughlin. We go to the 9th. It's a cheap maiden 20,000 claimer for state-bred New York breds at 7 furlongs. These are tough races to single in, and if you don't have to, and you can spread, I would. But the standout horse on paper is number 7, Cybertron. Phil Serpy brings this horse in off 2 maiden special weight races that were pretty good. Just, couldn't get over the hump. He drops him in for 20,000. It's a homebred by Flying Z. So obviously they just want to win and see what's the future for this this gelding. If he's right, he towers over this field. The only other ones that I think you can consider in here are number 6, Warrior from Above for Rodrigo Ubillo. He was 2nd and 3rd in his last 2 starts, but those were maiden 15s, state breds, so he's stepping up a little bit. He's shown ability to hit the board. The other one would be Tycoon Cat. This horse has also shown an ability to hit the board, but he's 0 for 13. And he was 2nd in his last race at Belmont only just a few days ago. I don't like horses coming back that quick. So to me, they have to beat the 7. And that's going to make for a $24 ticket. And that is 1-4 with 2, with 2-5-11, with 5, with 4-6, with 7. And as I was saying, if you can get 4 guys to go together, put your $25 together a piece, you can spread out and maybe hit this thing because it's going to be about a $500,000 pool. Wish everyone good luck out there today. Remember, any day at the track is a good day. It's Ellis Park Mike saying see you tomorrow.